restart. So, the internet, you guys, the internet ditched me. It likes to do that occasionally. So I had to restart the video. So I'm just going to have and continuing to wipe this off just to get this cleaned off. And something I need is my handy dandy board eraser, because the board erasers work really super duper well. And we are going to continue. So pardon me for the glitch coming out, because that's what happens to the internet. So around here, it's not so good. But I'm back online, and I am continuing this project. So we're getting in here, and cleaning this up with the handy dandy board eraser. These do really, really super well. They are like the eraser things. I can't remember what it's called. But they are like them, except for the fact that they don't include the detergents that are in there. So these are much nicer on your surfaces. So I am getting all of this off. And then I'm going to wipe it down. So hopefully you all come back. And I know I don't have all of my stuff. Oops. I got stuff all over. Cleaning it up with a rag. Cleaning it up so that it's nice and clean. This is the first part of the project, is to clean your old project off if you're using a board you've used multiple times, which this is. Hey, Darlene, thanks for coming back. Yeah, the internet has been a little sketchy. Really sketchy this morning. Let me get this. I have a little bit more right there. Getting the black off is a little bit tough. One more squirt and we're going to call it good. Of course, I should probably use a different rag. Let me grab a different one. Here we go. I got one of my microfiber towels. They work really well. A little bit more up here, and I think we're good. That's as clean as I'm going to get it right now. But, again, the little scrapey tool, yes, to the little scrapey tool. It works really super well. So, for tonight, the plan is, and I had thought about a couple of different projects, and then I went, nah, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. So, I'm deciding this project right here with the big anchor. So that's tonight's project. So while this is drying a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and open my transfer up very quickly. So very, very quickly. Here we go. And pull it out of the container. Now I keep them because I hang all my transfers over there against the wall, and if anybody was here, I think it was around October, I had the one night I had the great transfer avalanche. It all came down. That was last year. Was it October or was it? I think it was October. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was before or after the Northridge quake, which happened right after a different live that I did. So here we go. Hey Lynn, it's good to see you come back. Yeah, I needed some crafting time tonight, you guys. I know I have been not online doing a lot of crafts lately because the dull day job is just crazy insane. So I'm going in here and putting this down on here and fuzzing it because we don't want it to stick too hard to this surface. And then I'm going to go ahead right here, oops, and line it up right in here. I'm trying to line it up. I want it to go, I'm getting it a little bit too far. Right there. I'm going to call that a good spot. And smooth it down. So it's adhered to my board. So these are silk screen transfers. All of this area here, in case you're new, all this area right here is a fabric. So these are designs that have been designed by our master designer. He does work not just for Chalk Couture, he's also been featured at Target. I think one of the other places is Pier 1 Imports. So he's done quite a bit of work. So he knows what he's doing. He's pretty good at placing. I'm not very good at that. I know some of my family thinks I am, but I'm not. Oh, this is sad face. This needs to be reconstituted. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some water because it's not going to be used tonight. Put some water in there. I might go back a little more later. Some people like to do a little bit of microwaving, heat it up a little bit because that helps. But I also have this blue jay color. I don't know if you guys can see it. Blue jay. We're going to use the blue jay because that's a really stinking pretty color. And let me snag a stir stick that's somewhat clean. I'm going to snag this one. It's a little bit, it looks all right. I'm going to put a couple squirts of water, just a little bit of mist into it because I would like it to be a little bit thinner. There we go. It's a nice creamy, nice creamy texture. And then I have this storm. Actually, this is elephant gray. I thought it was storm. I could have sworn I had storm. I don't have it though. Yeah, that blue jay is absolutely stunning. So the gray needs some serious help because it's been sitting there for a while. So I'm finding another stir stick. Where did I put the other stir sticks? We're going to use one of these old ones. And I'm just going to go back and forth across it, stir it, kind of scrape off the edges a little bit. Just like that. So it's got that creamy texture as well. And we are going to do the words in blue and the anchor in the gray because anchors tend to be like gray. So that's what we're going to do. And let me grab a couple of squeegees. Right here I have two. This is not going to take very long because I'm keeping it simple. Just two colors. and very quickly. So I'm going to go across. Here. And we'll go down here. Sometimes with these big transfers, what you like to do is do a little bit at a time and then go ahead and lift. They call it the chalk and peel. So chalk a little bit and peel it up so it doesn't stick inside. But this is a fairly rapid project. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it all at once because I'm not having to be particular about everything. I just need to get it done and get it up right here. It is so easy to make these projects. You know, you don't have to be, when you're doing these kind of projects with Chalkature, you do not have to be a designer. You do not have to, because our master designer already designed them. All you have to do is pick your colors and put them on there. It's that simple. There we go. All right. Ta-da! And just like that, I have a board I can go put on one of my walls. See? Just like that. Now, this one only has sawtooths on the top. It doesn't have it on the end right here, which is where I kind of need it. So I don't have the sawtooths on there. But I can lean it up against something. That's not a big deal. It is now done that quick. So it makes a really cute, and I love these Odette boards because they're not that expensive and they look kind of cool. And I could see this project, well, I'm not going to tell you where I could see this project. I want you guys to tell me what kind of home would you see this project hanging in? Where would you see it? Where could you see it hanging? This little project that took me all of 10 minutes maybe to make. Where do you see this project being? I'm going to go ahead and put this right here while I'm closing this. Oops. Because when I look at this, I think of a coastal cottage. I think of coastal cottages that would just look, this would look spectacular on a white shiplap wall, wouldn't it? Because I can see it in my mind's eye. And you could put it next to a chair. And maybe use some pillows, because we have a project inside, actually a few projects inside the catalog, and those projects, they use some other things like the coral, the octopus. We also have the Endless Wonder transfer, which has starfish and seashells, and the project in the book has it on a glass jar. Just saying. So those kinds of things are things that you can think of doing with these projects. So, you're not a nautical person? Yeah, it is. It is really neat. But like I said, you could put it in some place where, not necessarily nautical, but with different people, different, like the octopus, the coral, the starfish, the seashell, the blowfish that's back here, which is another project. These would go together. This has a quote from another transfer from Aristotle, plus the compass. So those kinds of things are things that I think about doing, and I have it in my mind. If I ever move to a place like that, I'm definitely going to do this. Okay, with that said, ladies, I am done for the evening. You have a great evening. Remember, these projects, the big thing is they're easy to do. They're not that expensive. The Cricut machine is, they're expensive. And this, I can use my transfer 8 to 12 times if I take care of it. Whereas if you don't use it, if you don't take care of it, it might not last so long. But I do have secrets to make it last longer than that. Plus, these are all designed by a master designer. You don't have to think about it. All you have to do is pick your colors and your surface, and you're good to go. So with that said, good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night. We are going to do our other project, our Etsy for Less tomorrow night. Be sure to come in. If you haven't subscribed, type #subscribe below. I'll send you the link and you will walk through the stuff so that you can get notifications. Not that I always send up all the notifications, but you'll get notifications and emails, text messages. Just #subscribe. Good night, everybody.